Finally, the last sheet of that section details the cost of issuance. Shows you our firm, bond counsel, the attorney general fee. These are near final because we don't have all the invoices in. We don't have the invoices in from the rating agencies or the printer. So those are pretty close to what we feel like it's going to be. Behind tab 4 is the offering document. This is what was circulated out into the to the investment community, and shows the terms and conditions of the sale of the bonds, the bid specs, and then how the bonds will be repaid and what the various covenants of the school district that you all will, upon approval tonight, so if you should so approve it, that you will levy a tax to repay these bonds. Finally, on the blue sheet is a suggested form of motion. I'm here to answer any questions.
John, just one thing I wanted to point out, looking at our estimated fund balances, that after this 10-11 projected deficit for this is right at $3 million, what it shows in here, we would still have $20.5 million in our debt service fund.
That's correct.
So we're just where we are.
Yeah, we're looking at, and we've been working real closely with Teresa and Becky in terms of doing some ugly projections in terms of worst case, can we still get our projects if we still stay online, and the answer is yes, we should be fine.
One of those questions that you never want to hear from somebody sitting on the board. Like you said, they're excited about seeing it to 2028 that they're paid off. Now there are other school districts that have longer bonds than we have, because we're famous for our short-term bonds. We like to pay them off as quickly as possible. So what it comes down to,
keep the interest cost down.
Yeah, keep the interest cost down. So there is always that option, and I don't want to use it. And but for the board to know that we are one of the school districts that we want to pay them off as quickly as possible. So it's kind of like you're taking out an 8-year mortgage instead of the 30-year mortgage. So that option's always there if we run into issues later on. But I mean, we don't want to do that, but it's always there.
Right, and Ms. Kyer, that's a great point. And if you look at particularly where interest rates are today, if you go out 10 years, you can see that it's a pretty steady line of increase, what we call the yield curve. And then you get to 4% at about year 12, and then it just starts going like this. So